It was obviously physical attraction. We hadn't had any conversations yet. And so when she chose me the first night to kiss me at the heart, I said, okay, this is somebody I really, could
By
like
now,
get.
the news has spread, and to be honest, I was having a hard time believing it myself. Nick himself opened up about the rumors surrounding Nick and Olandria's breakup on Love Island USA Season 7, saying, "The rumors are true. Heartbreak. But wait, is that the end of the story? Not at all. Friends, in today's video, I have brought you some shocking and exclusive inside information that will make your eyes water. What is the real reason for their breakup? What exactly happened behind the scenes? I will reveal the full story of everything today. Believe me, if you don't watch the whole video, you will miss it. Before starting the video, what do you think? Who is the real villain behind Nick and Olandria's breakup? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. And stay tuned by liking the video. Let's get started. Nick VanSteenberg hasn't been hiding from updating fans about his love life. Days after his split from co-star Olandria Karthen was confirmed, the Love Island USA Season 7 star has spoken publicly about their split. The rumor is true, VanSteenberg wrote on July 26 on a subscribers-only TikTok account. I didn't want to give people false hope, so I want to clear the air. We will always love each other. This is a sensitive, as well as a personal matter. Thank you for respecting our privacy. The reality star's latest statement comes after E! News has confirmed that VanSteenberg and Karthen have gone their separate ways after their year-long relationship. Shortly after leaving Fiji as a couple last summer, both Karthen and VanSteenberg opened up about exploring their connection both in and out of the villa. Nick and I have always had a thing for each other since day one, Karthen, 27, told Variety last July. I kissed him on the first day. Just because I didn't choose to go with him doesn't mean the spark wasn't there. It took us a while to get to this point. He added, but that's what makes this connection special. We've been building up to this point. And even as some viewers cast doubt on their friends to lovers romance, VanSteenberg, 25, stood down in business. We know the connection we have and so does our family, she told the outlet. Nearly a year later,
Pointing to long gaps in joint social media posts, quiet interactions, and missed public events that ultimately signaled the end of their relationship before the truth finally came out.
I think we count our
The
1
sudden
year,
breakup has hit the
maybe
reality
first
TV.
challenge. We'll make it count, he told E! April news. We don't really know. I don't think we knew what day it was. And although they don't plan to celebrate their milestone just yet, VanSteenberg made it clear that his ideas for Karthen aren't closed. She gets what she wants. As for Karthen, before their split, she shared why they wanted to keep details of their evolving relationship to themselves. It's important for our own mental health, she told Cosmopolitan in June. These people have met you on TV, so they always want access to you. You usually want to post, but then you see people overanalyze every little thing and you shut down. When it comes to me and Nick, when you really care about something, you keep it very sacred and to yourself. And that final comment from Olandria may be the key to understanding why this breakup has felt so different from the typical reality TV split. She talked about keeping the relationship sacred and protecting their mental health. So when Nick chose to confirm the breakup with a very short statement, it fit the pattern they had already established over the past year. Instead of posting a long explanation, sharing screenshots, or responding to every rumor online, both of them have taken a much more private approach. That is something we do not see often in the Love Island world. Usually, when a high-profile couple breaks up, the internet immediately starts looking for clues. Fans compare recent photos, check who has liked which post, and try to build a timeline from social media activity. Some viewers may still do that here, but the important thing is that neither Nick nor Olandria has publicly blamed the other. Nick's wording is also worth paying attention to. He said he did not want to give people false hope. That suggests he understood that many fans were still rooting for them and may have been interpreting silence as a sign that everything was fine. By confirming the breakup directly, he removed that uncertainty without turning the situation into a public dispute. And honestly, that is a more mature approach than we often get from reality TV couples. Think back to the timeline mentioned earlier. Last summer, both of them spoke openly about how their connection had been building since the very first day in the villa. Olandria described a spark that existed even before they officially became a couple, and Nick echoed that idea by saying their connection had developed gradually. Then, months later, he was still talking about future anniversary plans and wanting to make her happy. Taken together, those comments show that this was not presented as a casual post-show fling. It was a relationship they both appeared to take seriously. That is why the confirmation has hit many fans so hard. For viewers who watched their journey from friendship to romance, the relationship represented one of the season's most talked about success stories. Whether you supported them from day one or became a believer later, the breakup closes a chapter that a lot of people had invested in emotionally. At the same time, it is important to separate what we know from what we do not know. We know that News confirmed the split. We know that Nick publicly acknowledged it on July 26. We know that both of them have previously emphasized privacy and mental health. What we do not know is the specific reason for the breakup, and neither of them has shared those details publicly. In situations like this, the temptation is to fill in the blanks. But the reality is that relationships can end for many reasons, and unless Nick or Olandria choose to discuss it further, any detailed theory would be speculation. What I find most interesting is how their handling of this reflects a broader change among reality TV stars. More contestants are starting to draw boundaries between their public persona and their personal life. Fans may feel connected to them because we watched their relationship unfold on screen, but that does not automatically mean they owe the public every detail of what happens afterward. Olandria's June interview captured that tension perfectly. She acknowledged that viewers meet contestants through television and naturally want continued access to their lives. But she also explained how constant online analysis can make people pull back. In hindsight, that comment feels especially relevant now. Another thing worth noting is the tone of Nick's message. He wrote that they would always love each other. Some viewers may interpret that as a sign that the breakup was amicable, while others may see it simply as a respectful way to speak about an important relationship. Either way, the statement was clearly designed to reduce speculation rather than fuel it. And from a public relations standpoint, that matters. A dramatic back and forth might generate headlines for a few days, but it can also create unnecessary pressure on both people involved. By keeping the statement brief and asking for privacy, Nick set a boundary while still acknowledging the fans who cared about their relationship. The bigger question now is what happens next. Not whether they will reunite. We have no information about that, but how each of them chooses to navigate life after such a public relationship. Love Island couples often face an unusual challenge. Their romance begins in front of cameras, and the audience continues to follow it long after the season ends. Maintaining a real-world relationship under that level of attention is not easy. For now, the clearest takeaway
the breakup has been confirmed. Both parties have emphasized privacy, and there is no public evidence of blame or conflict. So, rather than asking you the villain, maybe the more meaningful question is this. Do you think Nick and Olandria handled their breakup announcement in the most respectful way possible? Or would you have preferred more transparency from them? Let me know your thoughts thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.